Look, man, we here. This is episode 97 of Behind the Breaks. For those of you who are new here, I do episodes of a show called Behind the Breaks. This is episode 97, which means I've done 97 custom batches of drum breaks for people. This is really the only ones I've documented. I've done way more than that via my website, so you can hit leftfielddrumbreaks.com if you need any custom drum break batches. You send me reference tracks, I send you back the breaks. They only go to you, all right? So I'm going to take you behind the scenes in my drum set. I'm going to show you my screen. I'm going to show you the mixing, all that stuff, man. Sit back and relax. This is episode 97 of Behind the Breaks. Let's go. All right, man, so here we are at the kit. If you notice my voice is a little bit crispier than it usually is on these episodes of Behind the Breaks, that is because the new Mac Studio is officially up. It is a 2022 completely maxed out Mac Studio with 128 gigabytes of RAM, man. So everybody's been asking me how it's been going with the new computer. I'll put it to you like this. I am running OBS. I am monitoring 3 different cameras while recording them on a separate screen. You see the Ewings down there, man. You see the foot cams going down, all right? And on top of that, I am also monitoring all the mics in real time with the bandwidth low enough to switch back and forth between completely mixing with I/O plugins and in real time with a little bit low latency to record them, all right? Everybody's been asking me how the new computer's going. Based on those facts, you tell me, man. Sheesh. So the client, Joel Iglesias, sent me all these reference tracks. Usually people send me like Griselda style stuff or Ninth Wonder or shit like that. This is the most indie rock batch of drum breaks I've ever done, and it's got me inspired to put out a pack later this year. But for now, these are one of one. They're not going to anybody else. So this break that I'm doing, the reference track is kind of a Stevie Nicks, kind of Fleetwood Mac kind of vibe. So I got my extra floppy drums up, right? Extra floppy with the deadeners on the toms, all right? The big fat snare drum quesadillas. Peep this breakout, man. I'm going to do the one-shots afterwards because he got the one-shots option too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got action. Fleetwood Mac vibes. Let's get it. That's ridiculous, man. Peep out when it changes to the ride cymbal. My goodness. All right, let's go on to the hood. So generally when I make drum breaks like these that are meant not to really sound like hip-hop drum breaks, I don't usually use my tape machine because my tape machine is super grimy, dog. Like, I mean grimy. Even when you think it's clean, you A-B it and it's not. It's grimy. So that is what I use the Zulu for, all right? The Zulu is really what gives me the clean sort of 2-inch tape sound. You got a 1/4-inch tape machine right here, and you got the best 2-inch tape emulator I have ever heard in my entire career, man. The Zulu emulation box. Come on. So here is the break without the Zulu box. Now, here's that same break with the Zulu box. Aside from the obvious saturation difference, peep the punch of the kick and the snare. It's like you have the settings that I have on the Zulu right now. It's basically hitting the wall of the tape. It's hitting that brick wall, and it's got less headroom than just digital headroom is. Digital headroom, you're hitting a digital ceiling. You're hitting an analog circuitry ceiling with this box, man. Peep the kick and the snare. Without it, And this does have a mode where you can get even dirtier with it. Now watch this. I'm going to turn 2 knobs on each section. People, how much dirtier you can get with it in real time. You can instantly clean it up. It's got a lot of functionality. This is not something you want to buy for your melodies. This is something that is strictly for drums, and like professional 2-inch style, like quality drums, man. I use this machine a lot in conjunction with the 1/4-inch machine, but for indie rock drum breaks like this, it's the Zulu all the way. So the next thing I want to show y'all is my Slate Digital custom virtual mix rack. So it's a virtual mix rack. Basically, you have all these modules of very, very famous compressors and saturators and trimmers and all that stuff. This is my chain that I built myself. It's not one of the presets. I really, really dig this. This has been living on my master channel since I got the Slate All Access Pass, man. So check it out. I'm going to just play you the break without it first. Here we go. Now, here it is with it on. So I've got 2 different saturators in here. There's the Revival and there's the Custom Series Lift. Both of those are giving me that fat low end and that crispy high end. My favorite compressor that I've used on drums ever is the Custom Opto in here. It's absolutely amazing. Let me just play you the break with and without that Custom Opto compressor. Put your headphones in for this. Here it is without the Custom Opto compressor. Now here it is with it. You especially hear it come alive a lot more with the ride cymbal part of the break. Here it is with it off again. It's so subtle, but I'm in classic rock kind of indie territory right now. I'm not really doing grimy Griselda style breaks today, man. I really want the subtlety of all of these beautiful analog units, man. It's absolutely amazing. Last thing I'm going to show you with this break is how I'm getting the stereo room sound. I do not have a stereo room mic. I have a mono room mic, and I'm sending the mono room mic through this Verb Suite Classics by Slate Digital. So I have it on a preset that I've made, and it's literally called High-End Stereo Room. All right, High-End Stereo Room. You can add width to this plugin, man. So I have the room mic going to a bus, pretty heavily sent to a bus. It's almost at unity. It actually is at unity. It's at 0 dB sent in to the bus. So check this out. Here is the break without the room mic. Obviously the stereo overhead's going to it too, but the room mic's doing most of the work. Check it out. Let me just play you the overhead and the mono room mic getting that stereo. Here's the only 2 mics that I have going to that stereo reverb send. Now here it is with that reverb plugin off that's giving me the stereo sound. It's literally the difference between having all the close mics in a small room like mine and sort of faking your way into getting this big Capitol Records studio kind of vibe, man. One more time. I'm going to turn it way, way, way up so you can hear it. All right? It is absolutely amazing how you can really you can kind of fake your way through that giant stereo room mic sound. This is my favorite plugin to use for that kind of thing. All right, so because the homie Joe Iglesias got the one-shots option for this batch, for all 30 of these breaks, after I played the break, I sat there, played each drum, each cymbal, with every instance that you need to either rebuild the break or just have a dope collection of one-shots per break in that exact same sound, all right? So here is the break. And here is the matching batch of one-shots, each one. Three of those hats. And an open one. Two different ride cymbal hits for that groove. And two different hits on each tom. One hard, one soft. Eat your heart out, you're at rock. All right, man, that's going to wrap it up for me on this episode of Behind the Breaks. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I cannot thank y'all enough for supporting with these packs, man. Y'all have pretty much allowed me to do this for a living, and I'm eternally grateful, man. I really am. So you can hit leftfielddrumbreaks.com if you need anything. You need those custom orders, just hit the tab at the top. You can go to custom orders. I'm working on a form on the site to order full songs too. That's a little bit different of a package. I can send you 2 takes of anything, so I'm working on adding that as a menu to the site, but for now, hit my DM for full songs. If you need drum breaks and one-shots like these at 16 bars each, hit the link in my bio or go to leftfielddrumbreaks.com, hit the custom orders tab. All of my drum break packs available to the public are on that website as well. There's packs of drum breaks, one-shots, different theme drum packs. There's hat loops, there's melodies, there's a couple of bass lines on there too, man. Leftfielddrumbreaks.com. It is not a company. It is just me. There will never be any collabs with anybody else unless really specified. So I don't want y'all thinking I'm just stealing somebody's material or remixing something or recycling one-shots from my hard drive. Nah, man, it's all me. It's all composed from scratch. It's all played and recorded from scratch. I appreciate the shit out of y'all, man. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. People have been asking me how the new Mac Studio is going. It's a maxed out M1 Ultra Max. So it's the fully spec'd out 2022 with 128 gigabytes of memory. I have been recording. I'm running 2 different DAWs. I'm monitoring 3 different 4K cameras, switching back and forth between them with 2 screens, monitoring live audio on 10 different mics. I'm doing all that while mixing. And I still do not know what the fans on this computer sound like. So I'll let that tell.